Good morning, my loves. I'm gonna talk really quiet in today's video because my fiance is working in the other room. But my message for you all today is, can you allow yourself to die before you die? So get ready with me while I talk about this because it is so important. I recently have just felt like my ego has literally died, and I feel like so many people live their lives in accordance to everyone else, what everyone thinks that they should do. Sorry, it's really hot in here. Thinks what they should do and what looks externally good. And I feel like I know you really just need to let go of this need for external validation and just keep following your heart, because whatever's meant to be for you is going to be, and you don't have to worry about how the money's gonna come, how the situations are gonna come, how the friendships are gonna come. You are always going to be provided for. And when you just let yourself die, when you let your ego die before you actually die, that is the most powerful thing that you can do in this world. And it's like, I really have experienced that lately with the situations that I've been in, of leaving my comfortable job and feeling so judged by the people around me. And I've just had to let go for that need of approval or external validation, because I know that all I need is everything that's within me. And I just have to keep coming back to this sacred space and know that I am being guided every single step of the way. And this morning I was on a call with the school that I'm in, and we set intentions of like asking God what word he would choose us to focus on today, and like asking the universe whatever feels good to you. And so we said like a little prayer and asked, and my word for today was expansion. And I've just realized that that is so huge, because the experiences that I'm going through are really expanding me. And it's so easy for me to get stuck and to feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm a failure and I'm not good enough. Like if I look outside of myself for the reassurance, like if I'm asking other people because they're going off of their egos and they're looking at my ego, and I've just had to completely let that go. And that is what has led me to this expansion that I'm currently in right now. And it's just wild. Like when you let yourself die before you die, and you realize that happiness is actually just everything within you, it is so powerful. And I'm just here to tell you to keep letting go of your ego, because it's not serving you, and just keep going so deeply within yourself. You have all of the answers within you, and you do know what to do. You don't need anyone else's approval or validation, and whatever you're going through is actually really strengthening you to guide you to this next level that you're about to be at. And I'm just so excited for you. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I want to keep expanding on this. I have just felt like it was crazy, because the other night I had this like huge fear come up, and I was like, what if I were to die soon? Like, I literally had that pop into my head as I was falling asleep. And I've started like researching more into, like, I'm reading this book right now called the Tibetan, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Tibetan Book of the Dead. And I know that's kind of scary and woo-woo and crazy, but it's given me so much peace because it really talks about like the self and your soul, and how your soul is actually whole in itself and it's outside of you. And this physical form that you're in right now, you don't take to the afterlife with you. And I've just realized so much of like how I just really want to keep expanding my soul and keep meditating, because when we're in that deep meditation, we essentially are one with source consciousness. And I mean, we always are, but just to like connect to that deep space is so powerful and just gives me so much reassurance. And yeah, I just want you to know that you are absolutely perfect and you're whole and you're complete. Sorry, I'm grabbing this sunscreen really quick. But don't be afraid of anything. And when you feel, and that's what I realized the other night, is like when I was like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm like dying. It was actually just my ego that's dying. My old self shedding away. We're meant to evolve, to expand, to rise. And the fact that I got that word this morning, it was almost like something in my gut, in my soul, knew that that word was coming. And it was just such a powerful like reinforcement to myself, because I feel like when I'm looking at myself, like I said, through everyone else's eyes, it feels like I'm failing, or it feels like I'm not good enough, or like I'm in this really small space, or like they think that I've gone backwards, or they think that I've lost my mind. And I really have lost my mind, because I've let go. I've let go of my ego. I've lost my ego. I've allowed myself to let go of this external validation from other people. And if anyone knows what that's like, it's me, because I used to live my life so in accordance to what other people think I should do. And I was living my life allowing other people to write my story versus writing my own story. So keep writing your own story, and just know that you're such a powerful being, and you came here on this earth to heal your life, to heal your soul, to become whole and complete. All of these parts of you that came down to this earth came down to evolve, to expand, to heal. So yeah, I don't want to scare you guys with this message. I know it probably comes across a little scary, but you really have nothing to be afraid of. And the most powerful thing you can do is literally just, like, when it feels like you're dying, when it feels like you're giving up, and when it feels like everything's too heavy to keep going on, and like your physical body is dying, it's actually the most freeing thing in the entire world that you can go through. And that has really been my experience lately. And it's such a hard thing to grasp when you are someone who wants to resonate and wants to fit in and is such a people person, because I'm such a people person. And like for me, when I was younger, I was bullied really bad. I was bullied in middle school and in high school, and I just always felt like there was something wrong with me, like I was missing something that everyone else had and that I wasn't good enough. And so I really tend to catch myself like needing that approval from other people, and I catch myself feeling unworthy unless I get that validation from everyone else. And that's just something that I have worked so hard to let go of recently. And it's like I'm just trying to see myself now through my own eyes instead of everyone else's eyes around me. And I know I mentioned this in a couple videos back, but like I realized in therapy a couple weeks ago, like my therapist said to me, she's like, you are a real whole person. Like you're a real whole person. And I was like, it just like took my breath away, because I realized that I've lived my life trying to be this person for everyone else except for myself. And I always felt like if I wasn't giving to other people like what they needed, then I wasn't enough, and I wasn't, like, why was I here if I wasn't pleasing other people? And that definitely comes from growing up in a toxic environment and being surrounded by people when I was growing up of like having these people had these narcissistic tendencies, and it was like I didn't have the space to feel my feelings. Like I felt like if I were to be sad or if I were to be angry or upset about something, I was inconveniencing them. And it was like my whole entire childhood, I was just walking on eggshells and so afraid of upsetting anyone. And I still feel this, like I definitely feel like it's been coming up lately with these jobs that I've been working and putting myself in new environments. Like I noticed that I just will tell myself like, oh, I can't figure that out, or like that's just something they can do but not me, and like there's something about me that like I just can't get it, or I just don't get it, and I'm never gonna get it, and like almost like holding myself in this really stuck space. And I'm here to tell you to let that go. And it's the hardest thing. This is a lip mask. If you're like, she looks insane, I'm about to take it off. But it's the hardest yet most liberating thing when you let that go, and when you let your ego completely die and realize that you are a whole real person, and you don't have to live your life just for other people, and you just have to stop looking for this external validation. Like I said, anything that is quote externally validating you is like things like money, things like relationship, like other people's opinions of you, looking outside of yourself for all of the reassurance. And something that's really helped me is just staying off of social media. Today's Wednesday and it's my no social media day, and I am not, the only time I'm gonna go on social media today is to post these 2 TikToks that I already recorded yesterday, and I'm literally gonna go on and post them but not look at anything. Like I honestly don't even want to go on the app. I probably will like put my finger over the little icon that shows you like how many people like your video and whatever, because I don't want to see that. Like I don't want to live my life in this prison of likability. I don't want to live my life just constantly like only feeling enough when I get the reassurance and approval from other people. Like the only way to set yourself free is to know that you already are enough exactly as you are, and giving yourself. And also, I so strongly believe that like you only get that validation and that approval from other people when it comes from yourself first. And it's like it manifests, like everything is manifesting. So like it all starts within. Everything starts within. So if you want to be physically strong, you have to embody that energy first. You have to become mentally strong. And I know this because for years I tried to lose weight and I felt so just like I was trying everything. Like I was like pushing myself at the gym, doing these diets, and just constantly like just breaking myself, but inside I did not feel strong. And I was trying to get that external look of being strong and having muscles and, you know, like looking fit and all the things. And I just realized that I finally look strong now because I'm mentally strong. And the things that keep me mentally strong are actually being soft with myself. So meditating and doing positive affirmations every day. And like last night, I finally just put my ego to the side and did Louise Hay stress-free affirmations before bed. And that just made me feel so good and like reassured with myself and just calm with myself. And it's like if I was stuck in that ego space, I would not have allowed myself to do that, because I would have been like, I don't need this, like I'm fine, like that's embarrassing or whatever. Like I just would have been stuck in that ego space of like thinking that I don't need help, because that is what our ego tells us, is that like we don't need anything and we're good, and like we just have to keep pushing and keep going and just not listen to the voices coming up. But when you become friends with yourself and you actually start using your intentions to heal these parts of you, everything is going to shift in your life and you're gonna feel so much lighter. And when you just let that freaking ego go, like you stop the negative bonding with other people, you stop talking bad about other people. Like it's definitely a lonely road, because like a lot of people are not aware of this, and so they just want to, in order to connect with people, they want to find the common denominator of like what's wrong with someone and talk bad about them and complain about them. And it's such a common thing in our world today, and it's so hard to step away from. But when you step away from this, you are going to, like, it's so hard, but you're gonna feel so light and just so free. And I want all of you to experience this, like this, just embracing all of your imperfections. And like I keep saying, just let yourself die before you die. Just let go of this ego, because think about it, like when you look back on your life, would you rather have lived your life for everyone else or for yourself? And one thing that like I've just had to keep telling myself during this phase that I'm in is like, I don't care who I lose as long as I don't lose myself again. And it's really scary because I have like had to lose people and I've had to let go, and I don't know if that's forever. I don't know, like I'm just going with what is resonating with me and what is not, and following my heart. And I think when you finally just accept yourself and have some fucking confidence in what you're doing, that's when everyone else is gonna have confidence in you too. And that's something that I'm really working on, is like letting go of this shame. Because when I first started making these changes in my life, like I was going up to people and being like, I did this or I did that, and like sharing with them where I'm at in life, and like almost like a little child, how like when you make a straight face at a child, they start crying because it's like you're their mirror. And it's like, that's what I was doing. Like I was acting like, and this is all of us, so like I'm not shaming myself, but it's like I was almost embodying like that little child energy and looking for the approval of myself through other people, and being like, can you please love and accept me so that I can love and accept me? And I'm just here to tell you that that is never gonna come until it comes from within. So I really hope that this message helps you guys, and I hope that you will just let go and stop trying to make sense to other people. And it's like, you could have the, like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, but that is a perfect example. Like, he had a Ferrari, he had the perfect job, he was a freaking millionaire, like had everything, but deep inside he was not happy. And that is literally how I felt when I was at my old job. Like, I had everything to show for. I had the good paychecks, I had the social status, like I was doing good metrics wise, but internally I was like, where did Chloe go? Where did Chloe go? Like, I don't know. I don't know where she's at. And I felt my spirit just completely die. And I honestly, like, it's made me realize that the true meaning of being rich, like being quote unquote rich, is to have a rich life, to feel at peace, to be able to go walk outside and feel free. Like, that's what rich means, at least to me. Like, I don't care how, like, of course I want to have enough money to feel provided for and to buy groceries and to support my family, but I want to feel free, and that is the true meaning of rich to me. And I think that's why, like, these people that you see, it looks like their life is so easy and they have so much money, and you're like, why? Like, that's not fair. Like, they're not struggling, they're not suffering, and da-da-da. And it's like, exactly, that's why, because they achieved that feeling of feeling rich, and then the money manifested because it all started within them. They cleared that blockage, and so they were able to see that, oh, this is the true meaning of rich, and so the universe divinely compensated them. So I hope you guys understand this, and I hope that this helps you. And I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, and no matter how, quote, embarrassed you might feel, or like ashamed, or just feeling like you let everyone down, you are not alone. And also another thing is, like, no matter how heavy it was, it's going to pass. And guess what? Everything moves so quickly and swiftly in this world that the attention is not going to stay on you forever. Like, give it a week, a day, and people are going to move their attention to someone else. So there's no need to put this pressure on yourself, and you just need to keep living for you and trusting and following your heart, no matter how scary it is, because it's all gonna work out. And just keep tell yourself today, I refuse to disappoint myself. That's something that I keep telling myself. I refuse to disappoint myself. So I love you guys. I know this one was pretty long, but I hope that you liked it, and I hope you can just get to this place of peace within. So I hope y'all have such an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.